Professor Levitsky, o senhor se referiu recentemente ao ex-presidente Lula, candidato favorito na eleição brasileira, como o mal menor. O senhor considera que os brasileiros, provavelmente, se as pesquisas estiverem certas, elegerão o mal menor como sucessor do presidente Jair Bolsonaro. O senhor aponta que existe o risco de que o ex-presidente Lula, se conquistar um terceiro governo, faça um governo medíocre e que isso poderia abrir espaço para um verdadeiro outsider na política brasileira nas futuras eleições presidenciais, no tipo Nayib Bukele do El Salvador, ou poderíamos lembrar de Alberto Fujimori no Peru. Lembrando que Bukele tem hoje 80% de apoio popular, está governando El Salvador com mão de ferro, prendendo mais de 50 mil pessoas desde março, quando decretou o estado de exceção, e é um presidente, é um populista, autoritário, um demagogo que está realmente causando enorme dano à democracia do El Salvador. O que o senhor imagina quando o senhor fala no risco de um Bukele brasileiro? O que o senhor realmente está imaginando para o Brasil nesse cenário que é hipotético, claro?
Yes, there's a lot of hypothetical there. I said that all of these things are possible, right? So there's a good reason to think that a Lula government would be might not be terribly successful. Second presidents don't come back and have a lot of success in most cases. Lula's pretty old, and his party, the PT, never did a serious self-criticism after the fall of Dilma, which is a shame. But most importantly, Brazil, the problems that have afflicted Brazil over the last decade that caused so much anger are still there, right? Violence is the level of violence is terrible. The economy is not in good shape. People are living very precarious lives. Public services are crappy. There's a fair amount of corruption, and an extraordinary level of social inequality. None of those things have changed, and so it's difficult to imagine, unless there's a real economic boom like there was during the first Lula presidency. It's difficult to imagine that Brazilians are going to be terribly happy under Lula. I mean, we've experienced this with Biden. Biden is a experienced politician. He's a pretty good politician. He's done a number of things that I think are basically good policies. People are unhappy. His approval rating is 40%. So that could happen. And I think the danger is if the entire Brazilian elite does not forge some sort of a consensus to help not only help Lula win, but help Lula govern. If the next democratic government does not perform well, if Brazilians think that it's a disappointment, yes, they're going to turn to an outsider. Very difficult to predict who it will be. Very difficult to predict whether he or she will be left wing, right wing, center. But it's easy to predict that if the Lula government is unpopular, that Brazilians again will turn to an outsider, to somebody who denounces the entire political elite.
Joel.